Hello, my friends on YouTube. Today is February 4th, 2024. Today's video is Islam and the justification of theft. Theft. Okay. Um, Before I start, some people told me that there was some noise in the sound and they cannot hear properly. I did something in the computer. I hope it solved the problem. If not, please let me know. Also, some people requested that if I can make a Facebook page. I will work on that. That's in the beginning, and let's go to the Prophet of Allah, who encourages people, or rather commanded people, to get their daily bread through theft. Actually, the word that is used in Arabic is I tried a few dictionaries and I asked other people if they know of any word. There is no real word, but I would say, I will explain it. When when a person goes out, let's say, is not really working for a company, but he does odd jobs, or he's a salesperson. Okay, he's a salesperson, and when he goes out, he is expecting to be rewarded for his effort. He's hoping to make some money to bring back home to help his family. It's the closest found in English. It's provision, to find his daily provision, or earning, his daily earning, something to that effect. In Arabic is very different, and unless you know the culture, it's called the rizq. Unless you know the culture, it's very hard to understand it. Anyway, I tried to explain it. And this is why, by the way, I also added another video today from a Christian minister who volunteered to explain his own view, his point of view about understanding Christianity. I've been saying that to many people. It's not like a test. Some people are afraid that they may make a mistake. No, it's not a mistake. You stand up, and I'm hoping to find a Jewish man, man or woman, who can explain about his faith or her faith in Judaism, Buddhism, Hinduism, and so on and so forth. It is not a test. Why I did that? Because the founder of Islam prevents people from talking. You have to accept what I said or else. And that's wrong. Wrong. It leads to slavery at the end. So we should not submit to this kind of behavior. And that does not mean this way of that Christian. You don't have to agree with everything he's saying. You don't have to accept what he's saying. That is his own conversion and his own experience. That's okay. A Jewish man may say something different. A Muslim, I am welcoming I hope the Muslim come and talk. It's not a debate, but give us what's good, what good that you have. And people will ask you the question, not me. And the same thing, if you're a Muslim or Buddhist or Hindu and you see something in this Christian minister's speech that you don't like or disagree with, you can ask him the question. There's nothing wrong with that. The more we talk, the better understanding we will get. And by shutting people, especially by the sword, shutting them off, that will not take you anywhere. It will one day that region, especially that region where Islam is had taken over, it will explode sooner or later. Okay, it's happening. The beginning signs are there now. Anyway, let's continue. The justification of theft. I'm going to put this hadith in the description box so that you can read it for yourself. And please watch the video of Pastor Mark. His name is Pastor Mark. Okay, let's start. Let's read what the Prophet of Allah left us. Okay. Normally, once again, hadith is what the founder of Islam said when he was teaching his gang or follower, or call them whatever you want to call them. Okay. The thing here, if you pay attention, is always he's putting God in the forefront to justify anything and everything he wants to do. Okay? Allah, send me between the hours of the last days, or whatever you want to call it. And Allah made my provision or livelihood, the word I spoke of in the beginning, my income or my earning or my provision, daily provision, coming from the spear that I carry under my arm. Basically, by subjugating people by force, looting their wealth, then Allah is providing for me in that manner. So if you want to blame Allah. Allah made me a thief. Another way it's narrated, Allah did not make me a farmer, as if being a farmer is something insignificant or something bad. I wish he was a farmer. It's he is providing for everybody food, but as if it's no good for him, not good enough for him. Okay, God did not make me a farmer or a merchant. I mean, his first wife was a merchant, and she was a very wealthy woman. I wish he was a merchant, and he continued to be a merchant. And if he had a good message, he could have communicated this message as a merchant. But no. And he didn't make me a businessman in the market, like he has a store front or something, that or he has an occupation making goldsmith or blacksmith or what have you. No, all that is no good. But God made my provision coming through my spear. And spear here could also include the sword, the rifle, the gun, whatever you can subjugate people with. That will be in the description box. And there is translation, but read that translation carefully, because they try to make everything mild to fit their narrative. And when I was searching this subject, so many books and things, what do you call it? Anyway, speeches giving to explain that this hadith is not as you understand it. And many videos by top Muslim leaders trying, there is shame at the end. There is shame of this hadith, and they are trying to polish it, make it look okay. defending the, the founder of Islam instead of admitting that he was a thief, practically. Or at least apologize and take this out and throw it to the garbage and say, well, really, well, I don't think a prophet would say that nonsense, and therefore we don't believe that it's correct. Probably some people put this nonsense in the books, and no, we don't accept that. You know, if you do that, instead of trying to justify this garbage, you will look better. Islam will look better. People will trust you more because they know that you are honest. You admit that it is garbage and you want to get rid of it because it doesn't help anyone, including the founder of Islam, and therefore we reject this nonsense. That's no good. But no, you're holding on to this garbage. You hold on to that garbage, you become what? I'll let you figure it out. The third narration, Allah sent me. I was sent, of course, by Allah. Nobody else sent him. Between the hour of the last time and the last days, with the sword. He and the sword are one. Okay? And my provision, my daily bread, my livelihood, my earning is from my spear under my arm. I was sent by Allah with the sword so that only Allah will be worshipped and no one else. And my earning is through my spear under my arm. So here, this is actually what you are doing. If you reflect on this hadith, you are making hypocrites. You are forcing people or your followers, or what you call them, believers, to be hypocrites, bunch of hypocrites. Why? Because you are coming to people by force. You tell them, you have to believe in what I am telling you, or I chop your head off. I kill you. Okay? I mean, for many people would say it's better to die than follow this nonsense because I don't believe this guy is really coming from God. Many people would say that. I prefer death. But other people compromise. Big majority of people will compromise. They want to live. So what they do, okay, let's say I believe in another religion, Judaism, Hinduism, Buddhism, or whatever religion I have, I will pretend I left this religion and I will follow you. And this is practically what happened when he went back to invade Mecca, his hometown. All these people that they were against him, suddenly, in one instant, all of them, without exception, so, oh, your religion is the most wonderful religion. Those who stood against him, your religion is the most wonderful religion. Why they said that? Fear. Because the men will be killed, their money will be looted, and their women and their daughters will be raped, and their sons will be enslaved, sold in the slave market. Okay, so they said, lip service, we believe you are the prophet of Allah, a prophet from God. But reality is, once he died, they said that's enough. we had enough of this guy. And that caused a huge war, by the way. Many people were killed. Let's continue. It's practically narrated, it's the same thing, but narrated in a different way. This one. I was sent by God at the between the hours, which means in the last days, with the sword, so that Allah only will be worshipped and no one else. And Allah made my provision for my spear under my arm, and those who do not believe me or don't believe in that will be very hard to translate this word, like insignificant people, almost like insect. Your presence or no present of you will have no meaning, no effect. You are insignificant. So that, and whoever go against me will be dead. That is, I mean, it is sickening. Okay, and for those who tell me that this is a prophet of Allah and I must respect him, I tell you what, this was not only one hadith, because we all do make mistakes, okay? And it happened that many presidents or prime ministers, they sometimes make a mistake and they go back on that mistake and they say, I made a mistake, I'm sorry. And that's the right thing to do. You don't continue in that mistake. However, also, the higher you get, the more you have to watch your tongue. You have to watch what you're saying. You have to be very, very careful each step you take, man or woman, and each word you say. Insignificant people, those who are, I'm sorry, but there are people who don't care, okay? So these people, you will hear them cursing and using vulgar words, and practically nobody tells them anything because they don't know better, and they are not expected to lead anyone. They hardly can lead even their own home. So no one wants to associate with them. But when you have somebody, let's say like Queen Elizabeth, when she was alive, she comes out and gives speech and uses vulgar words, or she uses inappropriate words in her speech, that will be very wrong, and people will actually feel annoyed and upset to hear that from such a woman. Yes, if she was an insignificant woman, nobody will care. Or the Emperor of Japan, or a Prime Minister of any country comes out and speaks in a vulgar manner, it will be a big problem. But if by accident said a bad word, automatically, I mean, it could happen, somebody upsets a politician or a leader while he's giving a speech, calls him name or shouts at him, and then he will react. Normally these people, the higher they are, the quicker they will apologize. And they will say, I'm sorry, that was wrong. I'll try not to do that again. So when you have a prophet and you have so many of his speeches in doubt, and it sounds very sickening, it sounds very dirty, it sounds very violent all the time, and his followers are following in his footsteps, doing the very same thing. And at the very end, you have a hadith from this person justifying stealing. Because if your livelihood is coming through chopping people's head off and claiming their wealth to yourself, you're a thief. Even if you say, I'm a prophet, your behavior tells on you. Your behavior suggests that you are a thief. Muslims don't want to listen to that. They don't want to hear that. This is, I'm not giving you my opinion. If this what your prophet said, your prophet is you are following a thief, not a prophet. We thank you very much, and please share the video, comment, and we hope to hear from you. And like. Thank you. Bye.